Good afternoon, guys. How are we? Charlie Wall here. My question of the week and my jingle of the week. Well, it's the same jingle as last week, and I'm a bit late. I was hoping to do this at 1 o'clock, but I couldn't find my jingle. So,
Question is the question is the question of the week. Ask the question, it's the truth we want to see.
we love the jingle, Sandra. We love the jingle. So I hope you're having a happy day. It's really been beautiful here this morning. I went out and did my early morning sunrise walk, which I'm really enjoying at the moment because the weather's been so beautiful. And the views are just stunning here where I live in Snettisham. So this week's question of the week is going to be more of a kind of ramble. I wanted to just talk about the live coaching demos that I've been doing in my free Facebook group, She Finds Freedom from Habits, Self-Loathing and Anxiety. And so far we have done 5 live coaching demos, and the 6th one is this evening at 6:30 over in my Facebook group. And originally I'd planned to do 6, and I put out a call for anyone who wanted to have free coaching. And I got 6 volunteers quite quickly, and then for some reason I had a brain fart and thought I'd lost one, which I had, but actually she was my 7th. So I put it out there again, and I got another one. I got number 7, so I'll be doing that next Friday evening. So I'm going with it because I trust that last coaching session is meant to be happening. And a lot of the themes that have been coming up, like the first one was around anxiety and feeling anxious around panic attacks. The second one, again, was, around that feeling anxious and not feeling safe and wanting to be invisible. And then we've had other ones around body image issues, and we've had trying to think now, what have we had? We've had all sorts of very interesting and quite unique calls. One was, about business and building a business and what that means to show up and be seen in the world. So if you do get a chance to watch them, come into my free Facebook group, because the live coaching demos have been absolutely fantastic. I don't plan them. I don't know what they're being coached on in advance. And even if I had, I don't think I could have planned them to be this wonderful, to be honest. And the outpouring of support for the ladies has just been phenomenal over in my free support group. And I think there's been a lot of resonation in a lot of the things that the women have been very courageously sharing around insecurity, around anxiety, around rejection, around seeing themselves in a mirror, around who they think they are versus what I'm trying to point to, which is who you actually are. Who you actually are underneath this story of who you think you are. And most people think they are some variation on the following theme: stupid, not good enough, not thin enough, not tall enough, not clever enough, not wealthy enough, not qualified enough. I'll be interested to know what's coming this evening, because I do know that my guest this evening, who's coming into coaching, has had some chronic health issues. So I'll be curious to see what shows up for her in the coaching demo this evening. And one of the other themes that has popped up for me this week during my actual one-to-one coaching sessions is regret. So it's popped up a few times in the sense of, if I don't make this decision now, I might regret it. Or I really regret a decision I made way back when. And this is one that I found really interesting, because when the person, say I had one of my clients this week was speaking about possibly the thought of in the future possibly regretting having not made a decision. And I just thought that was so interesting, because at that point when this lady's talking to me, she's creating, and probably has been living in for some time, a vision, a movie of some future event at some faraway point in the future that she imagines she's going to feel regret and feel bad. And that kind of just really, to me, speaks volumes about what regret or anything like that really is. It's a creation of our thinking in the moment. And I know for myself, I spent quite a lot of years in regret. After I'd sold my house in 2017 and my business, and had just went traveling and left my friends and left everything behind, for a couple of years after that, I lived in this space of really chronic, very painful regret. What have I done? Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. You should have known better. And there was this sort of heap of judgment around this decision that I'd made in the past. Now, of course, when we live in that place of either past regret or the possibility of future regret, we don't live with ease. We don't live in a space of trusting that things are working out as they should or working out for us. We feel in some way that we're getting life wrong, that we could get life wrong in the future, and that we don't want to feel sad in the future. And the irony is, we can feel sad and happy and joyful and angry and resentful and frustrated and miserable and judgy and tense, and we can feel all of those things and still be okay, because they never last. So for myself, moving through that story that I was telling myself, that I had made a terrible decision and I had gotten it very, very wrong, and this was my proof that I was stupid and not good enough, and everyone else I thought was getting life better than me. And I lived in that state, and it was a painful state. It was a physically painful state for me to live in. And from that energy, nothing really felt okay. So I wasn't appreciating that I was living by the beach. I wasn't appreciating that I had all this space and nature around me. I wasn't appreciating my present state, my present environment, my present being, my present body. I wasn't living here. I was living in this, what I classed as a very terrible decision from my past. And in that place, I can't do anything because it's already gone. It's long gone, right? The past is long gone. And when I finally woke up and saw that, oh my goodness, I've been creating basically a shitty stick to beat myself with every minute of every day, based on a decision that I made in grief. Yes, Simone, you missed the jingle. I'll play it at the end. I'll play it at the end again. I played it at the beginning. The decision that I made was in very chronic grief. Sell your house, sell your business, get the fuck out of here. It's all I could see. I couldn't see beyond that decision. And now it'll be 5 years this October. So 4 years since I sold everything. For the last couple of years, I've really felt more peace with it because I'm not beating myself up over a decision that I made that's irreversible anyway. So I'm wasting energy beating myself up anyway. And what I realised is that I have a habit of beating myself up. And if we have a habit of beating ourselves up, it's the same principle as a habit of behaviour like eating or smoking or drinking, because your lower brain just actually goes into that space without even thinking. It's automatic. So, to my client who was talking about this future based decision that she was worried about getting wrong in case she regrets it, from that space, you're not able to kind of tune into wisdom or tune into like what feels right for me if I don't feel rushed. You know, we can make ourselves feel sad and we can make ourselves feel worried if we think about this future day where we may possibly regret it. But that just doesn't make sense to me anymore. I'd rather be open to what comes my way without having this shitty stick on my back that's constantly critical and constantly judging me. And that's why I wanted to kind of just do a more generalized question of the week this week, because a lot of the themes that have come up, well, let me see if I can find it, Simone. I'm sure I just downloaded it. There it is. A lot of the themes that have come up in the question of the in the live demo coaching is this sense that they are getting life wrong, that they are somehow fundamentally broken. And what I'm doing is I'm doing these coaching sessions to show you, if you're watching them, that you're not alone. That what I'm talking about here is universal thought, universal. We all think, and we're all creating these movies. We're all, most of us, living in the future or in the past, and we're scaring ourselves with an imagined future and often feeling regret or remorse or sadness or grief or whatever it is around the past. And we're feeling that now, but with this sort of foundational core belief that I'm not good enough. So I want the women to watch it, and I want them to know that they're not alone. I want them to know there's hope. I want them to know that I have been there and I have walked this path and I have come through the other side and I'm still walking the path. I still have a coach myself. I still explore and take responsibility for my life. And from that place, there's real magic. There's real magic. There's real hope. You don't have to live in an anxious, regretful, sad space at any time. It's possible for all of us to be there, but it's never, ever, ever permanent. And the other reason is to kind of give you a feel for what kind of treasure you can find in my 8-week Finding Freedom from Habits and Anxiety program, which launches on October the 11th. We dive into this stuff very, very deeply, and to give you a real foundation into your okayness, your innate well of being, your innate well-being. And within that program, I do group coaching once a week for 8 weeks, and you have the option to work with me one-to-one. Now, if you want any more information on that or any of the live coaching demos, come into my free Facebook group and or / sign up for my newsletter, because I'm putting the coaching demos on a secret YouTube link and you can watch them there if you're not on Facebook, if you're watching this on Instagram. Simone, me too, following the live coachings, I'm speaking up for myself more, literally saying shut up to the lies. Is that self-flagellation? Oh, flagellating. I haven't even heard of that word before. Quickly Googles what flagellating means. I shall Google that later. I'm really glad it's impacted on you, Simone, because what I see in you is an incredible woman. An incredible woman. So yeah, I'm really glad it's impacted on you, and I really appreciate your watching and listening and supporting. Oh right, flagellation. Okay, so I just read it wrong. Okay, my loves, I am going, and come on over into the group tonight because I'll be talking to lady number 6, Sarah, live at 6:30. I keep getting the time wrong. It's 6:30, 6:30. And here's the question of the week. Jingle. This is Sandra who did this. There we go. Such a great jingle. I love her so much. Okay, guys, as always, it's a pleasure. I will see you later in my group with the lovely Sarah. Mwah. Bye.